What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Movie Mob Podcast, where we talk about movies and TV and stuff like that. This week, in the past couple of weeks, in the future couple more weeks, we'll be talking about House of the Dragon Season 2. Today, we're talking about Episode 3 from Season 2. Joining me in studio, as always, is the wonderful and lovely Mr. Matt Sampson.
Thanks, man.
Hey, good to see you. And live from Westeros, as usual, Mr. RJ Carreri. RJ, thanks for tuning in.
I didn't get any adjectives there.
No, none whatsoever.
That's right, buddy.
You know,
Someone
who parks illegally in front of fire hydrants. RJ Carreri, live from Westeros.
Thank you. How you doing? If anyone knows who did it, let me know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Also, you have you want to drop your little plug here, RJ, for your podcast that's coming out?
Oh yeah, recording today. I'm doing
go.
2 podcasts today.
Look at this guy.
Yeah,
Podcast
Hungover
master.
History podcast.
Nice.
Me and my buddy Mike McShane will be talking about Japanese holdouts in World War II today. Get ready.
McShane was telling me about this at the
Intense.
Anchor.
Yeah.
He talked about it for like 20 minutes. He got really into it. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
No,
so,
he has 4 pages of a Google Doc filled out.
No, he was pretty, I pretty much got the gist. No, it seems interesting. I'm definitely going to tune in.
I'm going to watch it. And if you haven't
Thank you.
already, all you Wilco Media followers and subscribers, obviously we appreciate you here. Head on over to Essex Street Entertainment and subscribe to RJ's production company channel.
Thank you.
So that we can spread the love and learn some.
Yeah, it's a whole big orgy here.
That's right.
Well, it's going to be. We're going to talk about that today in the episode, I'm
that's good.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was good. I didn't know.
yeah, well, you know, I'm always trying to tie things back in and keep us on track. That's my job
Yeah.
here at Wilco Media. You'll know how it goes in about, this afternoon when you start talking about Japan
Right.
and everything else. Congrats, RJ. Look forward to watching the podcast. It's going to be great.
Thank you.
Episode 3. There was some ups, some downs.
Definitely my least favorite episode.
I was just gonna say. Now we're starting to aggravate me a little bit.
I got a lot of grievances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
Well, I mean, if you want, I can air my first grievance right
I like
off
this.
the bat.
The airing of grievances. I like
I
this.
do. This is a Festivus for the rest of
Yeah,
us.
that's what I was going to.
Yeah, and to kick this grievance airing off the right way, I was really, really annoyed that in season 1 we took an entire episode devoted to the Crab King battle that was completely taken out of the story, and it didn't really have a place in the storyline whatsoever. Then this time we see what could be the beginning of a battle, and we cut right to the end. Now, I'm sure that they have plenty of things that they want to show us, and I'm sure that there is plenty of stuff going on that's going to come up, and it's going to... Why skip out on a big battle like that? Do you know how cool that would have been? That was my first main grievance there, RJ. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that I actually didn't have a problem with that.
Go fuck yourself, then.
Because
How's that
those were 2 brand new families. Like, I feel like it would have been weird if we spent all that time with just a battle.
I don't disagree
I thought
with
it was
you.
a good. I liked the cut, and then it went and you saw the bodies. I thought that was good.
Okay, so I have a question. How many episodes are going to be in this season in total?
I think 10, right?
I think it's 8.
Oh, is it 8?
Okay.
I think it's 8.
So out of 8 episodes, we're now 1, 2, 3, almost just a short and curly hair under halfway through, and we haven't seen really any action whatsoever.
Well, we didn't get any action really in the first season either.
I'm not talking about the first season. This is season 2, and if you remember, episode 3 of season 2 was pretty sure it was a Crab King.
Yeah, there was some action
battle. There was definitely some action there. Okay, we've seen no dragons. We've seen implied murder because we didn't get to see the kid, whatever. And it's been a lot of political whatever. And the one time they tease any sort of battle or fight scene or whatever, again, we cut away and we cut back to the end of it. Now, do I need to see that battle specifically? No. I'm not upset that I didn't see that battle. I'm upset that there wasn't and hasn't been, and we're almost halfway through the season and we haven't seen any sort of action whatsoever. I'm just also a little bit of a psycho, and I'll say this. If my son, not that I have one, but someday maybe, if my son got eaten by a dragon, there'd be no planning.
Yeah.
There'd be no waiting around.
Right.
There'd be none of this. I would kill everybody. It would be I'm admitting right now, it would be a mass, not racist. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are. It would be a mass genocide. It would be me and my 4 family members that survive. Everybody else would perish, and I would live happily ever after, RJ. How would you deal with your son being eaten by a dragon?
You know, not great.
Right.
I do think it's a little complicated, though. I definitely think it's complicated. I mean, I did break my streak this week, and I did watch the teaser for next episode, and it does seem like we're getting a battle.
You bastard.
So you may be fixed there. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that connects to my biggest problem with this episode, which is the end of it.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
When Rhaenyra, I guess we can jump to it. Doesn't really matter. She travels somehow.
Yeah.
Everyone can get into King's Landing.
No, it's
There's
very
no
easy.
Security. You can walk right through the Red Keep.
Anybody can get everywhere.
And you can sit down next to the queen. You can have a convo. You can pull a knife on her. Yeah, why not?
You know, it's funny. I've seen. I don't know if there's tons of video out there. Ronald Reagan when he got shot. There is definitely some stuff where people have tried to attack Donald Trump recently, and you see the reason I bring these up is because you immediately see Secret Service surrounding them, and then you do not see the political figure that was attacked out in public or anywhere with easy access to anybody else for quite some time after there's some sort of commotion of any kind. You would think that when the heir to the throne, the heir to the Iron Throne gets his head chopped off, and also happens to be the son of the current king and ruler of the Iron Throne or whatever, you would think there would be, additional guards. Would you agree or disagree?
I think it's a good point.
Sure.
So how the fuck is everybody getting in?
Yeah.
And then on Rhaenyra's side, you got the twin that just shows up, and I get that he's a twin, so that's why it worked in that one scene and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, where's the heightened security on both sides? It's just you just walk around and fuck the plot, and who cares about plot holes?
And it's been a lot of just people sneaking in.
Yeah,
sneaking.
If there was supposed to be some grandiose plan, I think it would have been interesting. Now, again, I haven't read the books. I don't know where this is going. I'm just talking from the perspective of somebody who makes movies.
This doesn't happen in the books, so that's why people are mad.
But this doesn't happen, this Rhaenyra meeting with Alicent?
No.
Yeah, because it's, why it doesn't happen? I'm sorry, Nick. Because it's stupid.
Go.
It's stupid.
Apologize to me. I didn't write the fucking thing. I agree with you.
It's fucking stupid.
It is. Agreed.
A lot of things in this episode were stupid. But that was the stupidest thing. Oh, this big. Oh, yeah. Let me go talk to Alicent. Yeah, whoever the fuck. The little kid just got murdered. Let's go talk it out. It was stupid. You just sneak in the King's Landing like that. No one sees you. You're just gonna talk with her. I thought it was a stupid scene. I thought it was a stupid idea. I don't think they should have done it. And frankly, I feel like my time was wasted. I feel like they took my money, my HBO subscription. I'm not too happy about it. So.
Well, you know what it is?
And the subscription price for Max is going up. I don't know. I just saw that on my phone today. It's going up to $16.99 a month. And let me tell you, I've always been a big advocate of Max.
I'm paying $20.99.
Well, go fuck yourself. I used to pay $15.99. Then maybe they'll like me more.
Oh.
I don't know. When Essex Street Entertainment hits its 5-year anniversary, maybe they'll lower your price. Who knows? My point is that it's just a little insane to me. We're verging, RJ. We're verging on the cusp of some bullshit.
A lot of verge.
A lot of verge.
Well, I am getting a little itchy.
I am too.
I'm getting late season Game of Thrones vibes from the writing recently.
It's not
That's
as good.
Where I'm getting.
I will say to your point, Matt, about that whole scene, it's literally Rhaenys and the dragon and the Sept all over it.
Yeah, man, it's stupid.
Because what you're doing is you're giving these characters an opportunity to end the war.
Yeah.
She could have blown Aegon out with everyone with the dragon fire.
Speaking of blowing,
and now you have. If you want to argue that Rhaenyra didn't want to kill her in cold blood in that moment, I'll be okay. But Alicent, she should have yelled at the guards.
Hey.
Rhaenyra should have got it.
She couldn't because she had a knife held to her.
Oh, but the second she flees, hey, there she is.
And where are they? She walked in with 6 guards. Where'd they go?
Yeah.
You'd think if someone sits directly next to the queen consort.
This is exactly my point. That is the point. I don't care if you dress like a nun. I don't care. There's those people. You're telling me that there's those people out there that are the what's the chick that killed the ice god guy? That she was one
Arya?
of the man who wasn't there,
the
or
faceless
the faceless men.
I like
or
the
whatever.
faceless men.
I do too.
Yes.
But you're telling me
season
that people like that exist in this world, okay? And it's supposed to be the same world, and it's only, by the way, a generation or two before we pick up. They say it's 150 years. It's 150 years, not 150,000. Okay,
true.
People live to be 100, and this realm has fucking dragons in it. So what do we do? Blow me with this fucking. There's no guards and all this other shit.
No, they jump the shark a lot.
I don't understand it. I don't appreciate it. And if you're gonna fuck with the plot and everything else, just give me a lot of battles.
Yeah.
Just if it was 8 weeks of just battling and war and crazy action stuff, fine. But if it's gonna be political drama, then make it real political drama that's worth watching. Don't give me this fucking, here's the end of a battle you didn't get to see, and by the way, we're fucking with the plot and everything else, and nothing makes any sense. Let's cut a couple kids' heads off.
And like another moment like that, it doesn't make any sense, is when the girl is chasing Kristen Cole with the dragon. Come on, Eddie, you're blowing him out of the sky. Dracarys, you know what I mean?
Blow the entire forest.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I didn't understand.
That makes no sense. You have the Lord, or whatever he is, the friggin' head guy.
Agreed.
He's the hand of the king, and you have a free shot, to just in 1 second, and you're just gonna let him go. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Well, all right. Well,
yeah.
I think a lot of the decisions in this, specifically with Rhaenyra showing some
sympathy,
some mercy.
Yeah.
You have that first scene with her and Rhaenys, and she was like, "Oh well, it started with Aemond, Zai. It went to Lucerys getting killed with a dragon. Like, how many times are we going to go back and forth killing each other before we're all just dead?"
Right. So what I got out of that was not to cut you off, but that if I was Rhaenyra, is that the?
That is it.
Yeah.
If that was me, I would say you're damn right. Fly 5 dragons out to King's Landing, end everything, and we're taking the throne back. See, this is the thing, RJ. If you have a bunch of children, okay, let's say you have let's say you're a preschool teacher or a kindergarten teacher, and you're a cool kindergarten teacher. So you allow the kids to kind of do whatever they want, color outside the lines, all this other stuff. The second you see one of the kids start drawing on the wall, you go, "Excuse me." Continue that, you're going to wear the dunce cap, sit in the corner and face the wall, watch the paint dry. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Swiftly and immediately you say, wait, we can be fun. We're not, you see someone start running with scissors, hold on a minute here. We're not doing this all day. That's not how this is going to happen. I appreciate that Rhaenyra and Alicent were best friends, but that was when they were kids. And by the way, the second that Alicent had to marry her father, she became a raging bitch. Okay? Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
She did. And that's okay. And that's the character. And I think the actress does a fantastic job. And I'm not being misogynistic or anything else. Olivia Cook's fantastic.
Great.
I think it's very well acted, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
But let's not play so many games here, because this isn't Game of Thrones. It's really not that political. Children are dying. Okay? So when are we going to end the bullshit and we're going to say, listen, everybody's done. Yep. We're no more playing games, no more coloring outside the lines. Now we're all going to read heavy textbooks in this kindergarten class, and you're all going to the principal's office, and we'll see you Saturday for a detention.
That's my frustration with Alicent in that moment, because literally it's between. If it was just the two of them in this whole conflict, I'd understand it.
Sure.
But their kids are involved. If she eliminates Rhaenyra in that moment, all her kids are going to be saved.
I just thought
for Alicent, It's just, I don't know.
I just thought it was stupid, because neither of them are gonna die. You know what I mean? I just felt like a cheap kind of thing. It's supposed to be
because that moment's not in the book.
Yeah,
they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do the dragon and the Sept thing.
I think some of the decisions by the showrunners or whoever's running it, when they've gone outside of the book, I think some of them have been poor. And not to say you shouldn't go outside of the book, because some things they did in Game of Thrones, they did, one outside of the book, I think were good decisions. But I think so far some of the decisions for the season have been questionable.
The idea of the not engaging with Kristen Cole,
that was dumb.
And Gawain or Gwaine or whatever his name is, Hightower.
Yeah.
There,
he's a prick, huh?
I
liked him.
I liked him too as a character. I think he's the acting is great. He kind of reminds me of the Greyjoy guy from
Theon?
Game of Thrones. Yeah, a little bit.
He looks like him.
And he has that prior to Theon getting castrated.
Yeah,
he
the
has
cockiness.
He has that Theon cockiness, which
Yeah.
I really like. I think it's cool. It's gonna get him
a little
fucked
posh.
over in the end.
Yeah,
He's a little posh, but he's also a little douchey with it. But
it's like Theon. Yeah,
but I like that because then that character learns their lesson guaranteed by the end of the series. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't like is all of these bullshit, like we just said, these plot holes that make no sense. And you have, instead of having me saying like, you know, because even if the bad guy, like even if Alicent had screamed and Rhaenyra died, something insane, right? Like it would have sucked. I wouldn't have liked it as a choice, but it would have been a choice. Now you have these people, like, what are you going to tell me, that she couldn't burn the forest down because they're trying to be environmentally friendly? Like, you know what, like, you can't, you're never going to sell me on that. It just doesn't make any sense. You're on fucking Dragonback. And by the way, it wasn't an army of people, right?
like
It was
10,
six guys. And by the way, it was the main six, like, guys.
Yeah.
6 guys that you could have ended like a huge, I mean, just imagine the repercussions or the lack of repercussions now that they've lived and they've, to the trees. I didn't realize the dragons.
Kill the hand of the king.
Yeah, you kill the hand of the king. You kill the brother of the whatever,
Yeah.
the queen, consort, whatever
two
she
big
is.
guys. Yeah.
Big doings. But the trees are, dragons are impervious to trees, or the other way around. Trees are impervious to dragons, whatever the fuck
I think
it
she
is.
could have got him before the trees too.
I
to be
couldn't
honest with
believe. Do you know how cool of a shot it would have been to be inside the forest and just see everything
yeah.
like engulfed in? I mean, what are we doing? Hey Max,
Well,
what
it's
are we doing here?
It's concerning to me that we're having these issues already and we're still introducing characters. We haven't even met the third brother, Darren, yet, the Targaryen brother. We just met Gwaine. We just met that girl who talks to Daemon, who we can talk about in a
I
minute.
heard some things about him, yeah.
And then who else?
What did the
that
guys
they
at
tease is
Harrenhal?
coming. We have the whole people.
We have that guy in the bar randomly who starts
We have the
saying he's a-
Targaryen bastard.
Yeah. The fuck is that?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
No,
of
he
shit I
does
don't even
play
know.
a role later. So, like, here's another character. Yeah. It's a
bunch of
lot
shit I
going
don't
on.
even know.
Yeah. I would have preferred if they had just started off, introduced everybody, as confusing and bullshit as it probably would have been in the first episode. I would have introduced everybody you possibly can and then just battle out the rest of the season. You know what
It's
I
like
mean?
the first episode of Thrones. It's really confusing. They're introducing everyone. Yeah.
Sure, but like Thrones has 8 seasons, and each season has what, 10,
Well, yeah.
15
10
episodes?
10 episodes. Yeah.
Right. So now we only have 8 episodes. We're almost 50% of the way through the entire season, and we're still introducing characters, and nothing has happened. I don't like that shit. I don't like, if you're gonna do a short thing and it's all about war, get to the battles, man.
It's getting repetitive. The
That's
sneaking
what I'm
in,
saying.
killing someone. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So again,
I agree.
I don't think we needed to see the battle in the beginning. I actually thought it was a cool way to kind of to show like how a little tiny argument can become such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen any battle yet, so I'm really annoyed. Can you explain to me, one of you, why Aemond didn't go with Kristen Cole? Like, what was the rationale there behind the thing before he hires Larys, the clubfoot guy?
Oh, no, you're talking about Aegon.
Aegon, sorry, not Aemond. Aegon.
What did it?
He
what
was
did
originally
he say to
saying.
Aegon?
Originally, he was saying
yeah.
he wanted to go on Dragonback with Kristen Cole and Gawain, and then all of a sudden he didn't. He didn't do
He
it.
said that rumors were spreading that Alicent wants him to go so that she can control
she can do
King's
shit.
Landing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't want that.
Because then
And
she
then
would
he-
make decisions. Yeah.
And then he hires him as the Lord of Whispers or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
But he really just said that because Alicent probably told him she doesn't want him to go because he's working for Alicent.
yeah, he likes the feet guy.
That's what I
right,
think.
he
but,
does like the feet.
Yeah, he's a big feet
I forgot
guy.
about that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think he's great though, Aegon, the actor.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
they're
no,
all
he's,
this
good.
episode.
no, he might be
Yeah.
like because everyone was good last season. He might be like most improved player of the year
He stepped up
this
yeah.
season. No, he's been my takeaway. Him as King, he's been excellent.
Yeah, I
This
like.
season.
I don't mind Aegon.
Just wants to hang out with his boys and get drunk. you know?
So is Aemond Aegon's brother?
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
Aemon and Aegon are brothers. Yeah. So he's kind of making fun of his brother in the brothal.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whorehouse
Yeah, and he
thing.
bullied him in season 1 too.
Yeah, he's kind of
always
a
been
dick
kind
to
of
him.
a
I feel
dick.
like Aemon's gonna snap at one point. You know, I was kind of waiting for him to snap when he was, naked, but he just walked out.
I didn't think he had the snap. I think he showed everybody.
Yeah,
he was doing all right.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
He was all right.
No, but I feel like he's gonna snap like sooner or later. I don't know.
Yeah, what is the deal with that? The in the brothel, Aemon's always there with the one chick.
Well, I guess that was like he lost his virginity to her, and he always goes with her. Like that's what he was making fun of her. Oh, you're still with her, the one.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just felt
know?
like the whole scene was kind of unneeded. I didn't understand.
I think it was just like oh, remember he's a dick and he's weird and like he bullied. I don't know.
I guess you're not wrong. There's no, and I know you didn't write it. Like there's no issue there. A lot of these, and listen, I'm a big advocate of sex in movies and TV. I seriously, because it's real life. None of us would be here without sex. So I'm always an advocate of any sort of love making or the what are they called, RJ? The
Cupid.
The like guilty pleasures of or the
guilty.
No, it's not that. It's I don't know how
porn.
No. What I'm saying is like the animalistic that we all need to eat. We all need to
survival things.
Survival things, and one of the survival things is sex. So like I never mind it. If it's overdone, like in The Idol, it's too much and it's gross and it's like
you don't
whatever.
Want it to be
but like they had brothels in the ancient times, and so they have brothels in this series, and I think that it makes sense to have it included.
I remember like people trying to like sell me on Thrones. They're like, yeah, it's this political drama, like everything, and then when it gets boring, like someone gets their head cut off or there's like sex scenes, I was like, oh, okay,
Right, sure.
So even when shit's not happening, shit's still cool to look at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, exactly. So. And sex sells. I think it draws it in. But the scene in this episode specifically, I didn't really see a point to it. It didn't. Aegon doesn't go out with Kristen Cole, and he doesn't, fly on Dragonback.
Yeah.
So he goes to a brothel and makes fun of his brother.
I think that may come back later.
Why?
I think they may be building that up, the kind of tension
they're
between them.
Building.
And so he might snap or something might happen there.
Listen to the bricklayer over here. They're definitely building.
Oh no, I don't know. And they introduced the Bastard Targaryen too. So I think that's probably the two things that that little scene did.
Yeah,
I think out of all the characters, Aemond, they're definitely like building up to something. You can tell like they have a lot of moments with him.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen with him.
By the way, last week, thank you, Eden, for coming back and commenting down below. It was
Number
great
one fan.
Big fan.
I feel like she knows more than all of us combined.
Yeah, it was great to see in the comments. Please
what did
continue.
you think of this episode? I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I want to know what Eden thought too. Yeah. Especially since I'm assuming Eden's read the books.
Looks that way.
A pair of novels in the not complaining. Very appreciative.
Yeah.
You know who I'd like to see more?
Who?
The Corlys, is that his name?
Which
one? He's been pretty absent.
What's going on? He's got
Which one's Corlys again?
The
Rhaenys' husband.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in this episode too. I like that.
Every
scene.
I'm like, he's nice.
I like that shit. I like that little. That was a cute little scene between husband and wife.
Oh, that left me was like, cool. I want more of him. Like,
he's a cool character.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, his absence has hurt it a bit.
I think the king's absence is very felt too. I think there's a king-sized hole in this season. You know what I mean?
Is that not kind of the point though? They're fighting over the throne, so
because you're right, he was the one holding it all together. I feel like I don't know.
He was the glue.
I feel like his presence is definitely missed. You know.
I think that's why season 1's so good, is because even though we're jumping so much and there's a lot of characters, the through line is like the deterioration of this king.
Yeah, and him
that
trying to like hold it
through
together.
all the episodes, and I think that's why it works.
Sure.
Yeah, so everyone kind of plotting.
For this, there's a lot of meandering.
Oh, it's a good word.
But it is a great word.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you.
That's a good pull.
Good words.
Is it really?
Let's talk about Harrenhal, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, you have another comment?
No. I want to talk about Harrenhal.
All right.
You're such a prick.
So Daemon arrives in Harrenhal.
Yep.
It's not well defended.
No.
You got the remnants of the Strong family there greet him.
Remnants.
Matt, shut up. Let him talk. Come on, you fucking dickhead.
What?
He's just every time you say anything, Harrenhal. Yeah, remnants.
I've read like 3 coffee. Dude, you ever have a cold brew from Dunks?
It's like Quavo.
That shit's like rocket fuel, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had 3 of them. All right.
All right, Arch, come on.
So Daemon gets there. He claims Harrenhal. Not much to claim.
Yeah, what
obviously.
the fuck was that? Let's see again. Another opportunity for a battle. No battle. What are we doing? I claim Harrenhal. And honestly, my favorite character...
Because Larys killed the Strong family.
My favorite character in this entire... when he burned them alive.
That was fun.
Yeah, my favorite character in this whole thing, in this whole episode, was the guy at Harrenhal. When he goes, I claim Harrenhal, he goes, apparently, you do. You know, like he was like, come sit down, have some whatever, sure. I'll play the game. Yeah. I just thought it was great. Like he was a great character, and he was kind of like... I felt like I would have reacted that way. Someone barges in with
like,
a
all right.
sword and goes, I'm here, I take Harrenhal, or whatever he says. The guy was like, would you like some, you want to sit down?
Yeah, some venison.
The poison peas thing. I love the exchange when he said, my prince, and he
yeah.
goes, your grace. I thought that was great.
And then Daemon starts tripping balls.
I like that scene.
Yeah, that was
werewolf.
weird. Was it a dream? Is he high?
Was
What's
it the
going
is it
on?
that just the Godswood? Is that just what happens when it's the Godswood? Or
I don't know. I didn't know what that was all
Yeah.
about. I was hoping RJ
Well,
would
it
know.
was nice to
yeah,
see
okay.
Millie Alcock back.
yeah, that was nice.
that
She's
was
great.
great.
Second.
I thought it was
Yeah.
also a little bizarre that in the dream sequence, I'd like to see Millie Alcock. That was great. She was fantastic in the scene too. What a creepy scene to bring it back for, huh? Like
Yeah.
the sewing of the head. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I will say that it was good to see her. But I thought it was very interesting that when Daemon envisions Rhaenyra, he sees her as that little girl
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that
interesting as
was
well.
interesting as well. What was the point of that scene, by the way?
Well, so then he flashes back to reality, and then this girl, Alice River, is there, who I guess is like this kind of prophetic person, which I'm kind of a little sick of too. There's been a lot of like people making like
Prophecies.
comments that, yeah, like
Is she like the
well,
Red
you got,
Priestess? Kind of like that.
Matt, put that mic.
I don't know if she is one, but she's definitely got that vibe.
Like this. Do this with it. There you go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
hey. How you doing? All right,
But
go
just
ahead.
like Aegon's wife, his sister,
Yeah.
like her making those little comments that end up like foreshadowing things.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
this
over
girl
it.
just straight up says you're gonna die here. Like, do we really need all this?
Well,
I don't know.
now anytime there's a scene with him there, we're going to be thinking, oh, this is the end of Daemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's going to die
Right.
there.
And they say it's a cursed castle too. That's like the whole thing, Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Harrenhal's cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think Daemon dies this season? Do we know?
I don't think he dies this season. If they're going 4 seasons, maybe next season.
You never know. I want to know
I don't
which
know.
of the
Maybe.
main characters is going to
Because there has to
perish.
be a big death, right?
There has to be.
Honestly, I think, dude, I don't know anything about, like, I literally don't. So it's cool for me because I know nothing about, like, it's all a surprise to me. I think the king's gonna die, Aegon.
Oh,
Aegon.
sure.
Like,
yeah, I
but
think
like
so, too.
sooner rather than later. Like, I think he might be one of the first like big like out of main characters.
And I don't think it's going to be at the hands of Rhaenyra either. I have a feeling that it's going to be at the hands
An inside
of,
job. Aemon.
what's her name there? I think
Alicent?
no.
I think Aemon.
Rhaenys?
I feel like it could be an inside job.
Aemon. I think Aemon's going to end up doing it because
His
of the
brother?
making fun. Yeah.
No, I could see
think
it.
something because he snapped on the other kid,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't that the other kid that
Yeah.
took his eye?
Yeah, it was.
And that's the one that got eaten by the dragon.
It is.
So whenever you embarrass Aegon,
you're dead.
Aemon,
Aemon.
all of a sudden things go a little crazy. Let's talk about since she did sneak in, I know we hate that she snuck in, but since she did sneak in, they do end up having a conversation about what the king said before he died.
Yeah.
And it's realized that a mistake was made, except Alicent says, no mistake was made.
Yeah.
There was no mistake.
Alicent,
Well,
very
I
stupid.
think she's too far gone.
Well, of course. And she says that too. She says, this has happened, and this has happened since that was said. So no mistake was made because we can't go back now.
Right.
Which I thought was decent. It was a good way to do it because imagine if they had just ended the series right there and they go, oh, sorry, Rhaenyra.
It's like, yeah, you know what? You're right.
You're right. Yeah, I know, right?
All right, we'll call it, guys. Call it off.
That would be interesting. But how do we feel about it?
I think it was a stupid interpretation by Alicent, to be honest with you. Like the king's like, can't you? He's pretty much dead, halfway dead. You know, I mean, he's saying all this shit. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of real life.
And
you
it's-
know?
yeah,
When
and
the
I know, but
leader,
if
when the
you-
leader
if
is
you heard
dead guy,
Aegon,
basically.
Yeah, and
She's probably gonna think her kid.
yeah, seriously. And also, it seems like she
Yeah,
said,
but somebody who's dying and their final words are that, can you really take what they say seriously?
well, she also said like that's how I heard it, or she said something kind of like that, like as she didn't hear it like specifically, like word for word. She kind of had to interpret it herself.
right, but she says something
Yeah, and
that
she
only
was
her-
latching on to anything to
Yeah.
give her a reason to
Sure.
support him, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. It was fine, I guess, that conversation.
I did like that moment the best out of that scene when they do realize that.
Yeah, it
because
was
I
done
think
well.
It makes it really even tougher for Alicent now because whether or not she chooses to address it, she knows deep down that she caused this kind of.
Exactly. Yeah, in the back of her
Which
mind.
I think
like,
is interesting.
yeah, she'll have that. That'll be weighing on her.
Okay, so
add on to everything else.
You said you watched the upcoming, RJ?
Yeah.
What happens next? Where do we go from here? Because I'm
know.
honestly, if we do another
definitely-
episode that's just all politics and there's no battle or anything crazy, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just letting you know.
It definitely seems like Kristen Cole and that crew are gonna engage with someone. I don't know who it was, but it looks like we're gonna get in a battle.
Question of the day, question of the week.
Nice.
Does Kristen Cole, Mr. Cole, does he make it to the end of the season?
Yeah, he'd be an easy character to kill off too. The end
But
of
they
the
never like to kill the dicks.
the end of the
You know?
season, I think if he dies, it'll be like at the very end, like a big finale type of thing. Like that's the way they would end the season. I don't think he's gonna die in like the middle, like next episode, or I think it'd be like a finale type of thing.
Right. But you think that?
I think there's a chance.
But you think Aegon's gone quicker?
Yeah.
Something's gonna get messed up with that.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, those are the the two guys running things right now, and they're both not too bright with how they're like running things.
Right.
So I think they're gonna get clipped sooner rather than later. Yeah.
So if the murder of her child and the murder of her personal bodyguard, the main bodyguard, isn't enough to set Rhaenyra off aflame,
Yeah.
right? What is the triggering of at some point if you are the on the council, the Queen's Council?
Yes.
At some point, do you not say, you know what, lady, you're not making any moves, and I'm not going to sit here and die? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think people are getting impatient. I think they've been urging Rhaenyra to like make moves.
that's my point. So
You know what I
at
mean?
what
And-
point does what actually sets her off where she starts to command a little bit of battle? Because honestly, whether you like it or not, and whether you're for war or against war, if you're in Game of Thrones land, okay, and you're going to be the king, you kind of have to protect your realm, king, queen, whatever you are.
I think this conversation with Alicent, she's probably going to realize now, like, there's no way
Yeah.
around it. This was probably her, like, last hope. Maybe I can talk with her, but now she probably realizes, like, it's inevitable.
I get okay, and maybe it's because I'm an emotional, sensitive fuck. I don't know, but is that conversation triggering enough? And if it is, why wasn't her son dying triggering enough? Like, I'm not even saying that
to
this
these
is.
writers, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
It doesn't
Ajay,
need to be.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, man, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, to your question about who I think's gonna die, I think the other strong son is gonna die.
Oh, no,
Jace.
come on.
Yeah,
I like
Jon Snow 2.0.
I like him.
I think he's going.
He's a good guy. Come on.
yeah.
I
You know
actually
what
want
sucks? I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously,
Oh,
but
thanks, man.
Joffrey. If we didn't hate Joffrey enough,
Joffrey
he
Baratheon?
spoils this. Yeah, he spoils the end of the show in Game of Thrones.
Oh, don't tell me. I
when
completely
he's
forgot.
talking to Sansa
I
or
completely,
Cersei.
I completely forgot.
He literally tells you how it ends.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't tell
So
me.
yeah, so don't go rewatch Game of Thrones anytime soon.
Don't tell me. Yeah, no, I honestly forget.
A particular character's death, not everything. Yeah.
Oh, I
but-
completely forget.
Now Nick's gonna go search, and
I
know.
am. I'm gonna search. I'm
Yeah.
a searcher. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forget.
Yeah. Okay. So I still have hope. It is appointment television. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
still good.
No, I'm still
you know?
invested. I'm still like locked in. You know?
Yeah, and well, that's
No,
the
yeah,
thing
we're
too.
not-
Go ahead. Go.
We're
go.
just might be itching towards it.
Yeah.
We might be taking a wrong turn here. We might
Yeah.
reroute.
I don't
know.
sometimes when you're cooking a nice meal, Matt, 5-star meal.
That's right.
Sometimes you get a little too close to the.
Yeah.
You touch the hot pan, you go,
Oof.
that doesn't mean you're never
much
going to cook
salt.
again for the rest of the rest of your
Yeah.
life. It means you just you put some hand in cold
Yeah.
water, go back, and you continue cooking your 5-star meal.
That's right.
Burns happen, but I feel like this episode was a little burn,
Burns
a
do
little bit
happen.
of a burn to the audience,
Little
and
speed bump.
Yeah, if it continues, we're gonna have issues. So next week better be fucking good. That's all.
I
I'm
think
saying.
it'll be funny if at the end of this series, it ends terribly, and then in the final inside the episode, Ryan Condal rips his mask off, and it's Benioff and Weiss, and they're like, "We did it again."
Yeah. Fuck you guys. Fuck you
guys.
guys.
Just big middle fingers to the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I don't know. I'm still invested. I can't wait till next week. I just if next week is bad, you're gonna start losing me, RJ. And I'm telling you,
Next week's a big episode.
fucking better be. We haven't had anything happen.
Half-
So
No,
far.
I'm
halfway,
saying
right?
I'm saying it is like it's gotta be. It has to hit,
Yeah, we'll see.
especially with 8 episodes. You're right.
50% of the way through, which means that the last 50% there better be a lot of, because I don't mind the drama but let's make it chaotic drama because it's fucking Dragonland.
Yeah.
All right?
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Dragon
Like,
Tales.
you can still tell a story, but start killing people. What are we doing?
Yeah, because I don't know.
That's why.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't even in Game of Thrones. I feel like when things weren't happening, like I don't know. I just feel like the dialogue was better written and like it was just more interesting in general. And maybe that's just me, but I don't know.
No, I
agree
don't.
with
I don't
that.
disagree. I think it was.
Yeah.
But I think too, like to your point about the battles, Nick. If we're gonna cut 2 episodes out of this season, because we got 10 episodes in season 1, it's got to be a budget reason, right? I'm not seeing the budget yet.
Yeah, I'm not
like
either.
If you have 3 battles, okay,
Save
then
it.
I get it.
Save
So
it.
maybe we're getting that later. But if we don't end up getting big battles like that, what changed in the budget here? Because season 1 was pretty big budget and it looked good and it was 10 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Fair point.
I guess we'll have to tune in and
We'll see you next
what's
week.
going on. But
Looney Tunes.
yeah, this episode drops on Friday, the Friday before episode 4. So
After 4th of July.
everybody watch it. Comment down below. Leave your thoughts. And remember, we haven't read the book, so don't go in the comments and spoil anything. But give us a little bit of hope. Eden, if you're out there watching, which we hope you are, if you could just lend us a little bit of. I don't want to know what's going to happen, but if you could just say
like, hold tight.
Give me a little hang tight, or just tell me cancel my HBO Max subscription. Eden, that would be lovely. Thank you if you could.
Hey,
do
with
that.
the Penguin though.
Oh.
The Penguin is coming out. I cannot wait to review that.
Dude, it's gonna be October. That like fall. You got Penguin.
kidding me?
Joker is coming out.
It's going to be a
I
good
think
fall.
yeah, Gladiator 2.
Gladiator, Beetlejuice.
Excited.
First week of
Oh
September.
yeah, Beetlejuice coming
So,
out.
Pretty excited.
I think that's going to be interesting.
Love
All
Jenna
right.
Ortega.
Well, that's good. Like I've said, before, I'll say it. Said it before. I'll say it again. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below your thoughts. Are we crazy or are we just jumping the gun here a little bit? Also, go over to Essex Street Entertainment and subscribe and watch the Hungover History podcast with RJ Carreri and Mike McShane.
Thank you.
And make sure you turn your notifications on so you know when stuff drops. Appreciate it. And RJ, got anything else for us this week?
No, that's it.
And Matt,
That's it.
anything?
I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Nothing.
Okay, awesome. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much. Appreciate you.
All right.
How you doing?
How you doing?